You're getting me hot, Sherry. I want what you got all over me. Isn't my love strong enough? Ready to rock you long and rough. Hey everyone, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with a VeVe, OMI, DEVVE, DMC, SHIRO, daCAT update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love y'all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, and subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that super thanks button down below. Super chats as well. It is a thing. I may have just signed with another community to write their comic. Guys, the next time I go and sign someone, it's going to be for a lot of money, because if this was NaNoWriMo month, I would have completed it by now. I'm like 8 pages into the Nike the Pig one. I will finish that, and I might have to do this one before I do this next one, before I start off with DigiJoints, because I'm not starting with them until after NFT NYC, which is next week. There's a lot of stuff going on. VeVe sees more active daily users. Yeah, okay, so let's try to go over that, shall we? And let's see why. Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Sorry, it's such a great song. So there are people that made a purchase based on a sale or promotional code enter, 862 on average versus 770 in this last week. I guess on average, only 3 people make their first purchase each week. I could have sworn, okay, 9 people in the past week have made their first purchase, so shout out to them. And we are seeing a little bit more in the numbers, if you can tell by the, what's that called? By the thumbnail. Last week wasn't that great, but this week is arguably a bit better, because for the first time in over a month, we have had 2 days where VeVe has had more than 1,000 users or more on the day. That was 15 June and 17 June. The load on the days we had was 13 June, 683. I'm sorry, 16 June was 668. Then it's 683. And those are the only 2 days that we had in the 600s. The rest were 700, 800. And then none in the 900s. We skipped right to 2 in the thousands, which I think is fine. I would rather, yeah, I mean, obviously, you'd rather get the 600s out of there and put it more. But again, the 16th I understand, because the 15th we had a drop, 17th we had a drop. And what were those drops? Okay, let's take a look-see. And we'll see what that's doing here. Fail, Mr. MC1. Okay, very good. I have a lot of stuff for him to go over as well. All right, so if we go over the latest drops over the last couple of days, we don't have to go all the way back to June 10th, because there's not really, I guess we could, though. Nothing on June 10th. June 10th, we had 712 people. June 11th, we had a bit of a bump because we had that Revenge of the Sith, so it went up to 843. And then June 12th, we had a Fantastic Four one. We had 781. June 13th, there was no drop, so there's only 683. June 14th, we had 833 people, which is more than June 12th. So we had more people go for this drop than we did for the Anakin Skywalker one. Okay. And that was the 14th. And then on the 15th, you had, and maybe people came in on the 14th at night to go in and say, hey, I want to get ready for the wait list for Maserati, or they want to put in gems for Maserati, so they have the next day. Because on the 15th, and they did well. Let me see what they have here. You have 1964 minus 868. And then you multiply by 4. Yeah, so they made 43,000, which is pretty good. And again, it showed they had 15 people. I'm sorry, they had over 1,000 people on for 15 June. Had a deep drop off on the next day because there was no drop. And then on the Spider-Man one, which, you know, this did okay. I think this did well, but for a newer comic, I think it did okay. Oh, actually, this one actually did. Now that I'm looking at it, did really. I think because nobody got the. Let me call Sean real quick, because there was. I think the other reason why we were we had a spike in those days. Sean, why is your phone off? Meow. Call me when you can. Yes, I said meow. Because he had the bounties out for both Maserati, I think 2014, and then the Spider-Man one. I don't recall which mint number it was, but you could tell that people were going in and buying it because there's 1, 2, 3. There's like 400 left. So this actually made like $14,000-$15,000, which is pretty good. Consider like most comics nowadays. What is this? The first Patrick Gleason webhead cover. So it's not even the first appearance of a significant character. It's the first Patrick Gleason webhead cover. And granted, I remember going on X and saying like, "Hey, this is a really cool cover." Yeah, the ultra rare and the secret rare. Yeah, those are just dope AF. So I understand. I don't know which mint though that they had the bounty on. And I was going to call him right here to see what it was and which one of them were claimed, because he has another bounty coming in, I think on Monday. Let me see when the next one is. The next drop is going to be, I guess we have one tomorrow for the rabbits. Okay, he's got 2 bounties for the count, and that's coming on Sunday. Tomorrow, I don't know how many people are going to go for the rabbit stuff. Record 6. I mean, I'm always curious to get it. Oh, there's no uncommons or rares either. It's just common, ultra rare, and secret rare. All right, that's interesting. But yeah, so people always get it, and I'm always curious to listen to it. But I just don't know how popular this is going to be, considering it's like the 6th one. But yeah, the count, I think, because of the bounty. Again, they're so smart with these bounties. Anyway, that's why I'm hypothesizing that we've had not just more users, but abundantly more users. Now, compared to the first week of this month, it actually increased a bit, even without the bounties on there. And I think part of the reason why is because you had a little bit more bullishness in the markets. Not today, not the past couple days. Clearly, the past couple days have just been god awful for markets. And I think I know why. Let me just refresh this here. Actually, let me get on I don't know why I'm not on the Wi-Fi. Yeah, we're down about 5% on Ethereum today, only 1.5% on Bitcoin, although we're at 103.2 now, and we were at 102.6 before. But I'll tell you why we had this crazy volatility day. It had to do with, was it yesterday? $3.846 billion worth of Bitcoin and Ethereum options expired today. And clearly the powers that be were just like, fuck these guys. And yeah, they just absolutely dumped it on the day. We just got an email from, sorry, give me 1 second. Great numbers. Sorry, great numbers. DEFINITY, good numbers again on the day, at least for the guys. I cannot emphasize this enough. The DEFINITY Markets company, which we have something to read from them, by the way, is such a freaking cash cow that I just, oh my God. They are such a freaking cash cow. Bananas. Absolutely bananas. Hold on, I got to do something here real quick. Jen, group chat, going past there. Numbers look so strong. So strong. Yeah, dude, that dude Manu works like he looks good, but I know he's carrying a sleep debt because he's still like, it's what, 1 a.m. over there in London time, and they're just still working. Dude's a maniac. Shout out to Cryptolo saying already setting up camp in the metaverse. Eyes open, fam. This wave ain't slowing down. Never slowing. Okay. Yeah, I might get more of that Definity company. Not the token. I mean, I have a bunch of the token and I have a bit of the company too, but I might get more just because it's such a again, it's such a cash cow. All right, block. Okay, get out of there. Anyway, let's start with. All right, let me finish this. The number 123, there is a $1,230 bounty on for tomorrow, and the 1234 has a $1,230 bounty on tomorrow as well. So there are potentially $2,460 worth of bounties for the last mint number of the 1234 and just the 123. Now you might assume like, oh, it's because he's counting and it's ascending. Well, 123 is the address that they all live on Sesame Street, and 1234 happens to be the last mint. So yeah, it is that, I guess, double entendre. Does that work here? The 123, as in the count he's counting, and the 1234, it is. Maybe you should have a little bit more of a thing on the 1234. Yeah, I mean, I guess he could have not mentioned the address of Sesame Street and just said because, oh, it's the count. I guess any numbers that are in ascension, like 79, if you have the 1234, there's going to be a 567 because for the 567. And if you get mint 123, there's going to be a number 456 and then a 789. So there's a lot of these that you could get in that order. I think Clever Jerk had an amazing one recently. I'm going to see if I have it here. I might not. That dude is a freaking god. I don't have it here. Okay, anyway. Let's do Definity Markets, which I left off with yesterday. Definity Markets. Oh, thanks, babe. Okay, get that. Tell me more. All right, so Definity Markets, they go in and they post today. Institutions don't want to play hot potato with counterparty risks. They want credit lines, risk controls, and guarantees. We're bringing real prime brokerage to crypto. I feel like that was written with ChatGPT. Anything that I see like, we're not just blank, we are blank. Like that rings ChatGPT in my ears because I know that's how it works. I've seen it so many times. Anyway, they posted an article yesterday. From Barclays to blockchains, why Definity is building the rails banks need and trust. And again, obviously this channel is sponsored by Definity. They own part of the channel, and I own part of their company. So, take this again. Just feel like I need to disclose that. Anyway, when Definity CEO and founder Manu Chaudhry left the corridors of Barclays and Lloyd's for the wild frontier of crypto, he didn't abandon his TradFi instincts. He leveraged them. Again, sounds like ChatGPT, right? Definity Markets is the result. Digital asset venue that borrows the governance muscles of tier one banking and fuses them with the speed, transparency, and finality of blockchain. Below are some reasons that explain why banks, funds, and institutions are beginning to view Definity not as just another exchange, but as the plumbing they've been waiting for. You have custody execution, separation, a non-negotiable. If FTX taught the world anything, it's that commingling custody and matching engines is an accident waiting to happen. Definity's architecture was designed to ensure that this cannot occur. You have segregated custodians. They hold client assets in bankruptcy remote structure. 1. This in reality means that assets are parked in a legally separate account that isn't mingled with the venue's own balance sheet. 2. Segregated. Your coins or stables sit in an account earmarked specifically for you or for client assets only, never pooled with the platform's operating funds. 3. Bankruptcy remote. If the venue or its custodian ever went bust, those client assets are ring-fenced, so creditors can't touch them because in legal terms, they don't belong to the bankrupt entity. They only belong to you. Then you have a neutral matching layer that executes orders without ever taking possession of those assets. 1, the matching engine never touches the assets or private keys. 2, it only keeps an order book, runs the matching logic, and forwards settlement messages. And 3, because it never holds funds, there's no risk of engine commingling or misusing client assets, thus making the venue safer and more easier for institutions to adopt. Then you have the transparent collateral management that lets counterparties verify in real time that every trade is properly margined. There's no hidden leverage. Counterparties never wonder if the other side is under collateralized. Then there's faster risk decisions. Banks and funds can automate exposure limits because they have live collateral data. And there's regulatory comfort. If a regulator knocks and proof of margin adequacy is already recorded and shareable. In short, every trade on DEFINITY carries its own visible, real-time insurance policy so participants and their compliance teams can sleep easier. Then you have fast, compliant fiat to crypto on and off ramps. This is a major one. Latency isn't just measured in milliseconds. It's also the days or weeks traditional finance can take to move cash on-chain. DEFINITY slashes that friction. Partnerships with a AA rated European bank enables same-day settlement in USD, Euro, and GBP. I will read that once more because I think it's super important. Latency isn't just measured in milliseconds. It's also the days or weeks traditional finance can take to move cash on-chain. I have a buddy of mine today that wired money today on Friday, and it will not be available until Monday. And even though it's available on Monday, that money won't actually settle until Tuesday. That is freaking bananas. And God forbid Monday was a holiday, we wouldn't get it until Tuesday, and it wouldn't settle until Wednesday. This is why I think DEVVE has such a strong presence as well. Anyway, back to DEFINITY. Partnership with a AA rated European bank, which enables same-day settlement in USD, Euro, and GBP. Then there's KYC and AML workflows, which integrate directly with banks' existing compliance stacks, thus no ad hoc forms, no shadow accounts, and no gray area workarounds. The result is a user experience that feels less like a crypto detour and more like an extension of normal operations, only faster. It's a revenue-linked token model banks they can quantify. Tokens succeed on solid economics, and DEFINITY's DEFX token has been engineered to satisfy even the most skeptical treasury desk. The vast majority of the supply is already in circulation, so there are no looming unlock cliffs or VC drips ready to dump into every rally. Holding the token confers quantifiable savings through tier fee discounts, advantages that show up clearly in a spreadsheet rather than in vague promises. On top of that, DEFINITY directs a share of fees into open market buybacks, ensuring continual demand for DEFINITY and directly linking the token's value to the platform's growth revenue. And I repeat, it is very much growing. Just got the spreadsheet. It is growing. I feel like Trump. It is growing so fast. No company's ever grown faster. And there's a single venue, and there's multiple advantages for that. There's liquidity across assets, Bitcoin, ETH, stablecoins, tokenized FX. The order book is deep, aggregated, and executable. Then there's true fiat support. Move money in and out like any other asset class. No shadow accounts, no bottlenecks. And it's custody agnostic as well. You choose the custodian or self-custody via Fireblocks, and DEFINITY handles the post-trade wiring. Then you have fixed API access. Bolt it onto existing OMS or EMS stacks with minimal dev lift. Then there's rulebook transparency. Everyone plays by the same governance and settlement rules. And there's also instant institutional gateway. A single connection opens doors to multiple market-making firms. DEFINITY delivers a comprehensive, secure, and regulator-ready digital asset trading experience without asking institutions to abandon the systems, controls, or custody models that they know. They make it super easy for them. If your desk wants crypto exposure that feels as familiar as spot FX ticket, DEFINITY is the venue built for you. Find out more, contact me, shoot me a message, or contact them over on X. Anyway, that was a fantastic article. Yeah. DEFINITY's doing numbers this month. I love this game. It's a good game. It's a good game. Wood, brother, meow. We got to see each other. Meow, meow. Straight fire. Okay. I'm gonna wait for the max. Okay, waiting for him. Como me duele. All right, sorry. Waiting for other stuff to come down here. Bill Gardner says, first boy. Crypto says, oh, you reposted the stream. My man. What's up, Mr. MC1? There's the other owner of the channel. God, we love you so much. Mr. Loch Ness says, are you ever collecting Pokemon cards again? 100,000%. I'm not gonna cry. Yeah. Maybe later this year. Probably more next year, though. Pokemon is not the Pokemon collecting, whether it's SM Pratt, whether it is the who's the guy that does the Lionheart, whatever his name is, whether it's Gary King Pokemon, they are not going to know what's going to hit the entire trophy industry. I'm going to scoop all of those bitches up. Definitely going to re-get the trophy Kangaskhan. Going to also probably get a super secret battle promo, and probably the Pika Trophy third place one, because that one's my favorite. Those three, and that'll cost $500,000 by itself. But yeah, that'll be really fun. Maybe I'll get a bunch of them. Maybe I'll get multiple of the trophy canvas. We'll see. PSA 10, obviously. So, hiccups. Okay. What do we got here? We did Definity. Well, we did that article from Definity. Let's go to the DEFX token. And they're down about 5% on the day to 2.798, pretty much 2.8 cents. $687 in volume. So pretty low volume. Less than a $5 million market cap is absolutely bananas. Again, I might get more soon. Probably of the company, because I have so much of the token already. Guys, I don't know if people know this or not. OMI is not my biggest bag. Definity is my biggest bag. And it's not because I put more money into Definity than OMI. I put $500,000 into OMI. It's just that OMI is worth next to nothing now. And, putting a bit into Definity, especially at the prices I put it in, yeah, it's worth a bit more. So, yeah, Definity is the biggest bag that I have as far as tokens go. I guess as far as owning other companies, it's that as well. Well, I guess the cat IP, I own more of that. I own all of that. But we'll get to OMI here. I think it's only a matter of time before you have these institutions buying Definity. Before they're, again, 6 figures per month. Before the end of the year, I think they do consistently $1 million a month. And Q4 definitely. Might happen in Q3, probably not. We'll see. We'll see. And again, under $5 million market cap. It is nuts. It is absolutely bananas what they're doing, and it's one of the most impressive things I've seen. Speaking of OMI, let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at that real quick. OMI's not really having a good day, down about 3%, below that 0002 price at 001946. Over the past month, it might have hit that. Yeah, it was like 1943, or as it was 1941 a few weeks ago. It's 1945 right now, so it has been here fairly recently. I told y'all I am up to $250 million OMI right now, and I will get up to 300 million at some point before summer's ending. Live now, will watch later. I don't know what that is. Send me times for Monday though. Would love to come on. So there's what was it? Yeah, it's been down here before, and again, that dude I told you about like a few months ago, where he had like 20 million OMI because he bought it. Spent like 6 figures on it a few years ago when he bought it at like 007. And he said like, hey, and it was around the same price. It was maybe like 0021, so maybe it was a little bit higher. And then he had 300 million, then 400 million, then 800 million. The guy's got $1 billion OMI now. I repeat, the guy has not a million with an M as in Mike, $1 billion as in B as in Bravo. Fudge, I can't do it on Monday. Fudge. I go live on 8, unless Monday I just. Guys, do you want to see a show on Monday at like 7? Because I could do that. Yeah, that's fine. Maybe, yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Monday at 9 p.m. Yeah, all right. So I have to go live at 7 on Monday because I'm on the Oasis on Monday at 9. Okay, so let me do live 7. All right. Live 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time And then I have Oasis 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I have no free. I have also Coin that's coming on at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on that day. That is going to be for the last seat. And then I have a Space Penguins is on there at 5:30 p.m. I'm so busy. So again, I'm gonna vent here. I'm like on page 8 of the Nike the Pig, and then I'm gonna have to do the dude that I just signed. I might do Coin. I might write them first because DigiJoints have to wait till after NFT NYC. But then I have this one other guy that it's not official yet until he puts down this deposit. But once he does, then I'm gonna have to. I might just write his next. I don't know, guys. I am stressing. Like I am stressed. Like I'm going to have to be on the toilet soon because that's what happens when I stress. Anyway, let's keep going here. That dude has 1 billion OMI now with a B. I have a quarter billion. We'll get to 300 million at some point, probably by early August, mid-August. Unless DFINITY or DEVVE goes absolutely insane by then, which DFINITY might, because that again they're just absolutely crushing it. I fully expect OMI to guys. There's so much coming with VeVe. There's so much coming with that. Again, it's not going to go up, I think, until the bull market's here, but the numbers on VeVe will probably go up first. So I think collectibles go up before OMI does. At least that's the way it's looking like right now, because we've seen an uptick in the collectibles. We've seen an uptick in the average daily users. I'm clearly signing on all of these freaking communities coming into the daCAT universe. And in order, like, how are they going to buy it? They're going to have to go either sign up to VeVe.me/comics, or they're going to have to go and sign up for the actual, if they don't want to buy on the actual comic website and they want to do it as cheap as possible, they will use my code to sign up. They will get 10 free gems, and they're probably not going to use it on the market, probably going to use it on the secondary. They're going to get it for free. I think the VeVe collectibles go up first. You've seen it in the VeVe Gold logo. You've seen it in the, well, actually, Secret Rare Miles is down to like 6,500. And then I think the partner statue is under 1,000, but the Todd's up, the Riso's up, the Superman I think is a non it's a non thing. I don't think it's up or down. I think that's pretty neutral. But you've just seen more activity on the app. And especially now because of Stacker, so there is actually OMI being burnt, which is cool. I'll take the OMI burn. But when that goes, like, OMI's just gonna rip like no other. And again, we went over OMI and DFINITY. Let's do DEVVE here real quick, because bro, that is 40 cents. It's down 8% today. The reason I said that DEVVE or DFINITY will probably go first is because this is just the horrendousness in the DEVVE chart. One, it's beautiful because I have stacked so much. Let me go to the wallet here. Etherscan. The Etherscan shows. Okay. I've put probably about 35, almost 40K in, and it's worth slightly above 20. This is probably one of the, it's very undervalued. Well, I shouldn't say that right now. Blue Sky valuation, oh god, billions. It'll be, token will be worth billions. But again, that could be in 6 months from now, a year from now. We don't really know when. We just know that the exchange is going to be likely one of the largest exchanges in the world. DEVVE is going to have more utility than I think anything else in the world. Mostly. Again, layer 1 blockchain. This is crazy undervalued. in my opinion, again, I put in almost like 40K and it's worth like half that. So, you know, take all this with a grain of salt. It is not right now anywhere close to my OMI or definitely not my Definity bag. And I want to, okay, one second here. Let me take some of this here. USDC. 420 blaze it. Sorry. Blaze it. The fees are a lot less now than they were a bit ago. I have probably, I keep stacking it, and guys, there is no sign that this is going to turn around anytime soon. There was a guy earlier today. He's still got $40,000 worth of DEVVE. He had sold 20. What is this? 988. He sold about 20K worth of DEVVE today, and he's still got $40,000 worth of DEVVE left. So it's very possible that this guy goes in and he unloads more, and you might see like 30 cents. You might see this take another 25% haircut. Because again, when somebody that has this much goes in and he says like, "Hey, I'm gonna unload a third of his position," goes down 8%, and he's still got 40K left, and he does it in these like $9,000 and $10,000 clips. You know, is he done? You know, is he buying something else? Is he just scared because of where the market is? I have no idea. Again, like I said before, part of the reason I think this went down, if I could find this here, is because he had $3.8 billion worth of Bitcoin ETH options expiring today. So the powers that be made sure that those guys just ate it and they just got wrecked. And again, the ETH down 5%, Bitcoin down 1.5%. You know, not a good day for them. I did get a little ETH today, but that I have like no money left. The amount of monies in which I have is nil. Remember in International Superstar Soccer, it was a soccer game on the Nintendo 64 like 30 years ago. Oh, the score remains 0-0. The bank account remains now 0-0. I have nothing left. Remember in the opening of Burn Notice where Michael Weston says like, you have no cash, no credit, no job. That is me right now. No cash, no credit, no job history. It just all went into crypto over the last couple of days. I had to get more OMI, went from 220 to 250. I got a bit more DEVVE. So I will make this sacrifice. Every time I buy DEVVE, it goes down. I will continue to do so, and y'all are going to get the greatest entry points ever. Anyway, on to DMC, DeLorean Labs. Let's take a look at what they announced today, because they had something pretty great. It's something pretty great, I'm not going to lie. Well, actually, BitGet announced it. And be advised, BitGet has 4.5 million followers. I repeat, BitGet has 4.5 million followers, and they say introducing DMC, DeLorean Labs on BitGet, launch pool, lock BGB and DMC to share 66,176,000 DMC. Locking period, 24 June, 11 a.m. Through 26, 11 a.m. This is all UTC. You can join at bitget.com/events/launchpad. And that's the details. Let's continue on. Let's go there. Yep, I'll accept all cookies. Shouldn't have done that. DeLorean to be listed on BitGet launch pool. Token name is DeLorean or DMC. The total supply is 12.8 billion. I repeat, the total supply is 12.8 billion DMC. So 128 million is 10%. I'm sorry, 1.228 billion is 10%. 128 million is 1%. 12.8 million is 0.1%. 1.28 million is 0.01%. 100. Okay, so yeah, I have very few tokens here. DeLorean Labs, the official Web3 arm of DeLorean Motor Company, is continuing its tradition of innovation. DeLorean is introducing the world's first tokenized electric vehicle, as well as its industry-first on-chain vehicle reservation, marketplace, and analytics system. The DeLorean protocol delivers a seamless, transparent ecosystem for digitally purchasing, trading, authenticating, and tracking vehicles, all backed by immutable records of ownership, maintenance, usage, and performance data. Fundamental to the DeLorean ecosystem is DMC, a token that blends cultural significance, utility, and the strength of an iconic brand. So the campaign pool, 59.7 million DMC. Maximum BGB locking limit for VIP 3 through 7 is 50,000. For VIP 1 through 2 is 30,000. For VIP 0, it's 5,000. For and this is in BGB. Minimum BGB locking limit is 5 BGB. Token airdrop from launch pool locking pools will be distributed hourly to participants based on their locked volume. daCAT will take hourly snapshots of each participant's locked volume and distribute airdrop accordingly. So again, this might actually, I don't know what this is going to do on. I don't know what it's going to do on daytime. I'm probably going to hold for a while so that, again, I have no idea what happens short term. It could go crazy because Sui's really pushing this. The marketing's insane. Or it could just be a bunch of people that just dump the first. I don't know what happens on the first day. But guys, this is like not from like a random team of devs that nobody knows there. No, this is from a legit company that has a very legit product. So yeah, I think they would very much want this to do well. I think that, okay, I don't, oh my God, there's so many people, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I think they would want this to do well. And I think it would look, it would make them look very good if this company did, again, well. So it's 12.8 billion, right? Times punt. So if they launched at a penny, it'd be $128 million market cap. So if they launched at 1/10 of a penny, wait a second here. Give me 1 second. I have to check something here real quick. And I have to, there's 12.8 billion of these. What are they going to, okay, so I can't say what they're going to launch at, but I could calculate it. I can 100% calculate it. And also I thought it was, okay, all right. Give me one, I'm sorry, I got to do math real quick. Are they going to, you know what? I'm just, whatever they launch at, I'm just gonna, I have my paperwork here. We're gonna see. But either way, BitGet with 4.5 million followers just said that about them. And then they also have an article saying DeLorean airdrop race rules, NFT voucher, and Galaxy point system. Who can qualify? Select SUI ecosystem. Communities will receive a voucher with their set token allocation, granting access to the DeLorean airdrop race. To claim this voucher, participants must complete lap 1 of the 8-lap DeLorean airdrop race by finishing a set of quest-based tasks on the DeLorean lab space on Galaxy for their chance to win millions worth of DMC. Oh God, my body. For the select DeLorean friends from outside the SUI ecosystem, their entry into the race will require an additional step. They must complete a pit stop by completing lap 1 first before receiving their voucher. The airdrop vouchers will appear in participants' wallets during the first claim window. DeLorean fans can also join the race at any time. Just follow the rules, start from lap 1, and earn points as you make your way through each lap. Okay, very good, very good. Redeem their during any open claim window, participants have the option to redeem their tokens, which includes the DMC amount associated with their airdrop voucher, plus the DMC value of all points earned from any completed laps up to that point. 1 second here. 12.8 billion, really? They are going to go, okay. We're going to see what happens. and it could be good. What's up, Omar? How's it going, fam? Meow, meow, meow. Good evening. It looks like new Spider-Man movie is going to be big. I heard. I think there's going to be a pretty interesting. Yeah, Hulk's going to be in it, and yeah, I just heard very good things. So we shall see. Do Flamingo says Divinity and Spores print so much money. Tiny, yeah, bro. I look at Spores I actually have some Spores. It's a very negligible amount. It's honestly probably not even worth mentioning because the market cap is 184,000. Now fully diluted is 870,000, but still, it's yeah. Just go on the Spores Twitter. It's like every couple of days, this just launched on Spores. This just launched. It's just like, bro, it's nuts. It is absolutely bananas. Anyway, let's continue on here. We did DMC. Let's do SHIRO. SHIRO. Oh, rough day for SHIRO. Down 18%. Damn, SHIRO is at a $3.6 million market cap. 874,000 in volume. Yeah, SHIRO, they got rough. They got rough. Again, that their community though is so vibrant. It's so just chef's kiss. The people that they raid anything. They're always active. They're always celebratory. They're always just. I mean, you can tell they're in it for like the long haul, and they even have like their whales. They have so many people that are with them. They have so many people in not just the whale group, but obviously the 20,000 of them in their Telegram. Is absolutely bananas. So let's take a look at the SHIRO, see what they had posted today. And then I'll show you what I posted about SHIRO today. So 60,000 followers on X. They only follow 80 people. I'm one of them. When you realize it's not chaos, it's just your dramatic origin story unfolding. Yeah, it was a bit. Okay, here we go. Shout out to the SHIRO community for letting their cool cat cross over into the daCAT universe. The SHIRO will have their own comic on VeVe Official later this year, but will be in a few of daCAT's comics as well. All comics will be available on Stacker World for OMI after the fact. Very excited about this. I am not writing the first SHIRO comic. That is already done. Just waiting on VeVe to go in and roll out that curators program. They might not even need to wait for that because they have whatever they put out there is going to mint out. Pretty much free money for VeVe. Obviously, I'm going to have to share a bit of that with SHIRO. And then, you'll get your first glimpse at SHIRO. And then SHIRO is also going to make an appearance in one of the comics in the daCAT universe, and will probably be an integral part of the story in the later comics. I'm very excited about it. Can I tell you which one? Can I tell you which one yet? I don't know. I don't think I can. But one of them, SHIRO will be in, and then once SHIRO's introduced, that'll be in a bunch of them. Again, thank God I don't have to write the origin story for SHIRO because it's already written. That is a lot off my plate. That is fantastic. Speaking of daCAT, let's take a look at what that's at here. There's only a cat can know where it's at. Down 4.5% on the day, kind of following ETH there. More volume on daCAT than there is Definity, which is wild. $1.4 million market cap. Again, down about 4.7%. So not a but again, what I really like here, I just rechecked DEVVE again. I was like, tell me it went down again. Like tell me. And again, it did go down to 39 cents before. I wasn't able to catch it. Yesterday, it went down to like 36 cents. And I was just like, I missed it. Not that it matters. It's clearly going to go down there again. Now watch it just absolute jettison into the stratosphere and be like $4 by tomorrow. Yeah, okay, let me go to daCAT here. I want to take a look at what is it? The liquidity, 329,000 liquidity for $1.45 million market cap. And it's just slightly off balance here. daCAT has 164,000 in liquidity, and Ethereum there's 163,000. So again, we're just about 1,000 off there. But it is pretty even. It's not like Earth 2's Essence, which is there's no ETH left in Essence. It says 122,000 in liquidity, But when you look at it, 99,000 of that is in Essence, and 22,000 of that is in Ethereum. Big imbalance there. Supposedly a $9.5 million market cap. It is, and again, they're making money. They have a ton of views on their YouTube. They clearly make money. X is fine. It's just, it hasn't translated into sales of the token, and a bunch of their tokens already burned too. So I think at some point this goes absolutely wild. But based on the liquidity in the pool, that is rough to try to be like, ugh. Again, fortune favors the bold. If I had an extra $1 million right now, if I had an extra $1 million, I'd get a buttload of DEVVE. I mean, DMC, you can't buy right now because it doesn't launch until, like 3 days from now, 4 days from now. But I get a buttload of DEVVE. I would do another deal with Manu to get part of the company, a little bit more of the company, quite a bit more of the company, and maybe a little more Definity tokens. And then whatever's left, well, yeah, whatever's left, just put in OMI. I'll get billions of OMI. Well, no, I'd get like 30K of daCAT as well. Yeah, I'd get like 30K of daCAT. And then SHIRO's really low. I'm hoping I could do an OTC deal with SHIRO. If I were to have $1 million, which I don't, but that's what I would do. I mean, I guess they could use some green candles. I would totally go in and buy from the market if they wanted me to. Anyway, Sour daCAT says, "Yo, Randy, 1, 2, 3, daCAT in the house." All right, so we did everything here. Let's take a look at. Yeah, we got to go over some of the news, which we did not yet. I'm not gonna cry. Yeah, bro, the Neon Ichiban that has 30% sales fee, they're not gonna make it, fam. I calling it right now. It's on the FAQ, that frequently asked questions. 30% sales fee, they are not gonna make it. Like, all right, so it was literally, I think it's from VeVe Meister yesterday. I'll go in and write it, or I'll take a look at it from the post. Collectibles, breaking. Ooh, what is that? No, my God, VeVe Meister posts a lot. And I will find it. I will find it after he. Okay. VeVe Meister says breaking. Same day as print Marvel Digital Comics. Soon, not anymore exclusive at VeVe Comics. Although they're not NFTs, so they still do have their exclusivity at VeVe, I think. Neon Ichiban will, amongst other publishers, also offer DC Comics. Most of the features are very familiar or very similar to VeVe Comics, with the addition of signed and sketch collectibles. The platform itself will be entirely Web 2, no blockchain tech involved. Thoughts? So I said the owners said that they think people will, quote, abandon Amazon's conveniences for its tailored offering, new features, and shared sense of community, end quote. That to me tells me they have completely lost touch with what people actually want. And I go on to say, I suspect short-term success, likely a spike in usership at launch, and a gradual decline over time. It's possible they're doing this just to sell it again to another Titan and make a second payday. Wouldn't be mad if they did. Yeah, that is not a good system. 30% sales. Are you freaking kidding me? Not a good system at all. Hot outs. My friends are wild. At least read yeah. Mr. MC1 going off yesterday saying, why don't you guys at least read the FAQs? If not, the terms and conditions before stirring up stuff. 30% resale fee. If you download the PDF, you cannot sell the digital version in the market. Agreed. If you download the PDF, you cannot sell the digital version in the market. When they talk about true ownership and then they they make it unable for you to sell is wild. Right, 3 clicks, top wallet. All right, yeah. So somebody asked if there's a way to see your OMI in your VeVe account. You log in on app.veve.me, the top right, click 3 lines, and then go to the wallet, and you'll see your OMI, MCP, and bronze tickets. U.S. national debt is $37 trillion. That is insane. I repeat, that is absolutely insane. That is a meme. I thought this was a funny meme saying, when you're gay and black on the 19th of July, Pride Month, because it's Juneteenth and it's Pride Month. Hey, what's up, Bill Gardner? Give me those dabs. Hey, says the count. Yeah, man. Bro, that just unlocked the... Do you remember in, like, middle school when, like, everyone would just moan sporadically? They're like, like they were, like, in the middle of humping? I don't know why, but a lot of kids at my school did that, and now I'm thinking that I went to a school for it is. Yeah, there's like, I don't know. Kids are so strange. Kids are so weird. Anyway, let's move on. Flippy Love VeVe says, "Good morning, Randy." Why good morning, Mr. Flippy? I love your videos. Sapphire the Cat says, "Visit thecatlinktree.com, meow." Sapphire the Cat reposted the stream. Crimson Creator Official reposted the stream. Let's go, Kesha. I hear your heart beat to the beat of the drum. Cross the Ages. I have not. Is that the new FIFA game that you said you played the other day? You downloaded? Is it called Cross the Ages? I didn't download either, but no, I have not. It says, my YouTube payday today. We'll buy more OMI and collectibles. Get that bread. Get it, girl. Cryptolos has replied 100. I'm going to give him some hearts. Meow, meow, meow. Shout out to him. Never slowing. Okay, we got... Who else, y'all? Oh, SHIRO. Gotta love the SHIRO. Donnie, please. I'll give him a meow. He's such a cute cat, and going to be part of the daCAT universe now, which is great. Who is this? Minnesota politician told the FBI in a letter that Tim Walz wanted him to take out. There's no way this is real. There's no way this is real. Rambling conspiratorial letter addressed to the FBI. Alleged assassin Vance Bolter claimed Governor Tim Walz instructed him to kill U.S. Senator Amy Klobuchar so that Walz could run for the U.S. Senate, according to 2 people familiar with the contents of the letter. That is a very big accusation. That is why. All right, the letter is the clearest evidence yet of Bolter's mindset after the targeted violence against Minnesota politicians last week. Now, he was a Tim Walz appointee. I don't think Tim Walz would ever... I mean, maybe, but I don't think. There's no way. Like, I don't think Tim Walz has it in him to even direct somebody else to kill. Like, there's no way. That there is no testosterone in that. I do not believe that. Unless Tim Walz gives a confession, I'm not going to believe that he ordered that. It is incoherent, 1.5 pages long, confusing and hard to read. According to 2 people familiar with the letter, contents includes Bolter alleging he had been trained by U.S. military off the books, and that Walz, who is not running for Senate, had asked him to kill Klobuchar. And all. Yeah, there's like no way. I'm gonna chalk that up to crazy ramblings of a would-be assassin. I don't. Should that be investigated? If the FBI investigated every crazy letter they got, there would have to be like 30 million people that would work for them, and there's... Okay, I don't like Tim Walz. I don't respect Tim Walz, but there's no way. There's definitely no way that he did that. There's definitely no way. And again, that sounds very, very... The U.S. military trained him off the books. And there's a lot of inconsistencies in that story. There's a lot of holes in that story. Yeah. Anyway, let's continue on here. Again, we got a bunch of the rest of the news to go over. I was so hot 11 years ago. On this day, 5 years ago, On LSD with a secret lover talking about conspiracy theories. Ask us anything. An update. Hotels are scary at night. That I remember this day. I remember this day. Good times. Livy Love VeVe says VeVe affiliate link expired every 2 weeks. Wait, what? Wait, what? Hold up. Hold the freaking phone. Hold the freaking phone. Give me 1 sec here. I'm in the wrong. Okay, hold on. Wales. I've got to take a look at 12. There's no way the affiliate link expires every 2 weeks. No, I just clicked on my thing. Welcome where the world collects. Yeah, this hasn't expired. Open in. Copy. Give me 1 second here. Yeah, no, this is correct. There's no mine. All right, maybe some expired. Mine has not though. I haven't changed mine like at all, and I use the same one for link down below. Today, like I copied that and sent it to a group today, and I just clicked on it, and there's no it did not expire. I don't know if there's any difference. Oh, thanks everybody saying, oh, my boy's on. Yeah. Oh, this Crimson, this Kesha. Oh, Kesha, you're so sweet. Love Kesha. Anyway, moving on. Cool Cat. What's up, Jay the Cool Cat? Shiro. He reposted the stream. Let's go. Gotta love my Shiros. Oh wow, there's a bit of comments here. Wes says I'll buy more DEVVE at 20 cents. I feel like you say that a lot. You'll buy more X at, Y amounts, and that amount never comes. So I'm not sure what that says about you. Leo Millie says Wes only buys Randy tokens instead of doing his own research. Randy index F RIF. I don't know what RIF is. Wes says he does do his own research. So y'all might need to settle that. There says, why is everything down? I explained that before. There's a ton of what's that called? Options that were expiring today, and the whales that wanted to short it just shorted the heck out of it. What's up, Mr. MC1? I know, good times over here, right? We've had a bunch of, what is it? Yeah, from DMC to good today, very good. Slot you in. All right, cool beans. Yeah, it's mostly just because of the shorting of the options today. That's why most things are down. Let me get back to the rest of the news here before we get too far off. Oh God, where was I? You have Mark Online saying Sam Wilson with this animation now for sale with a bottom price of just above €7 in the VeVe marketplace. I like people that get excited about VeVe collectibles. Mr. MC1 posts, collectors, that's my man. Collectors are everywhere, just not in plain sight. Had drinks with a big VC lawyer. 2 drinks, and an hour later, he tells me he has all 1 to 300 X-Men comics. Is that like giant size X-Men, the first X-Men? He then shows me pics of him and his kids in Marvel and DC cosplay for years and years at various events. I whip out VeVe, and next thing you know, his first purchase is a Marvel Comics #1 on VeVe Official. He's a big fan of Giant X-Men 1 and likely his next purchase. Always fun to see physical collectors being blown away by digital collecting. I think it is Latino Viking 97. Okay, I see Catwoman. Is he Flash? Is he supposed to be Flash? Failing at steampunk doesn't matter when you're Catwoman. Usually not a fan of DC, but you got to make exceptions. Oh, is that Tina? Yo, he's going to it, Sanjay and Tina. Yo, like, sick invite, Mr. MC1. Sick invite, bro. I would have loved. Oh, that's so freaking cool. I've never believed in bromance before until now. Bro, you guys are all chilling without me? Oh, heartbroken. But let me give some hearts over there for y'all. Latino Bite just got a VeVe account, and where to start, of course. Find Marvel Comics #1. I believe that's the ultra rare. Oh no, it's golden. It's a common. I'm sorry. This VeVe official is awesome. Oh, this dude is so cool. I can't wait to chill with him. He's actually gonna be coming on the podcast in the next couple weeks. I've got Monday. I'm just booked solid. But all right, Tuesday. Yeah, so DeLorean Labs is launching that day. I think it's 7 a.m. I have a call at 2. David's coming on the channel at 8 on that day, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. He'll hop on for a bit. I don't want to keep him too. He's so busy. He's got so much stuff to do. We don't want to keep him too long. Apparently, on last week's show, OMI Homie show, I was like, "Hey guys, and again, I thought he was going to be on for 2 hours. I think I'm just going to keep him on for an hour because he's so busy. They might mostly be OMI questions. It might be some marketing questions, but we have a bunch of. David's got a bunch of stuff to do, and I don't want to keep him too long. But he'll be on for a solid hour. Figure we have me and Rain and Doc. We might have like a couple of questions each because again, his answers tend to be really detailed. And again, don't want to keep him for too long. On the 25th, okay, I'm calling him for an intro call on that Wednesday, and then okay, yeah, stuff going on. Wes says, "Omili, please speak for yourself. You have no clue what the F I buy." Oh damn! Shots fired. Omili saying, "Right, happy Friday. Big things are around the corner. There's a lot of stuff, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait to get to them." VeVe says, "DeLorean token not even available for EU on BitGet. What is this project?" Well, it launches on Tuesday, so you're gonna be able to get it on Tuesday. Well, it says Omili only buys coins that Dave tells him to buy. Okay. Meow. Hey, buddy. Question: the comic where it had like the really cool Spider-Man cover. Did you have a bounty on that? It looked like a 3D, like a digital version of It was the first appearance of this guy, like Brian Gleason or something. Was that ever minted? Okay, it was all right. Well, I'm live. I was live right now. I was like, guys, there's not a lot left here. I was like, maybe if it hasn't been minted, I'll just sweep the whole freaking thing. But apparently it's so. Yeah. Wait, hold on. Let me put you on the speaker. We are now live together. Say hi. Wait. So tell them when am I coming on your show? Very soon. I inked 2 more deals since we spoke last time. Yeah, great. Oh, thanks, Bay. Thanks, man. Oh, also, so I took you off speaker. That deal we did the other day, if you want to do it again, you absolutely can. Oh, all right, copy. Don't tell anyone. Keep it secret. Okay. All right. I love you. Okay, bye. Yeah. Love Sean. So that Spider-Man cover that I was talking about before. Let's go to it again. That Dave tells him to buy. David, you? I don't really call him. Yeah, this one. That was minted already, and oh man, they already got it. Oh man, they already got it. All right. Anyway, Mr. Pirates? NFT Pirates? The NFT Pirates going to work for VeVe? CTA, you heard it here first. NFT Pirates, his name is Chad. Sorry, I feel like the Mr. Krabs meme, like, Cross the Ages. Oh, okay, that's what. Okay, I don't play Cross the Ages. I haven't. Oh, there's a coin called CTA. Is it? Okay, hold on. We're gonna go to the Coin Gecko. Go to the Gecko terminal. CTA. Ooh, Cross the Ages. It is down 26% on the day, so it might be a good time to collect in and get. Oh, we got a wicked. Okay, it's an M. Okay. It is on the Weath. Okay. I thought you said west. What type of compass you reading, lad? That's west, Patrick. 137. Our liquidity. 163K in liquidity for a $30 million hair market cap. But CTA is likely going to be on multiple exchanges. Yeah, that was only on Uniswap, and yeah, it's on a bunch of exchanges here. Bybit, Gate.io, Mexi, KuCoin, Mudgrex, CoinX, HTX, PolyMX, and Matcha. Okay. So yeah, there's quite a bit on here. Let's see what the volume is on. No, I didn't mean to go there. Volume. Oh, they got 2 million on Bybit, over 1 million on Gate, and over 1 million on Mexi. Okay. 6 million in volume on the day. Let's go for the max here. Oh, okay. All right. Well, May 18th of 2024 was at 44 cents. Now it's at 6 cents. Was previously, we had this thing of September of 24 was at 9, almost 10 cents. And then, okay, we've had a bit of a run up here though. Because if you look back in late April, it was 1.7 cents. So it's like tripled since then. And it's doubled in the last month. So it's tripled over the last 3 months. It's doubled in the last month, and was as high as 8 cents. So I don't know if I can. Again, it's tripled in the last like a couple months here. So that might be all right. You gave me a link here. Oh, this is from today. Animoca Brands, the company driving digital property rights to help establish the open metaverse and its associated network effects and cross the ages, fantasy and sci-fi based transmedia ecosystem leveraging blockchain technology, today announced a strategic partnership. Under the partnership, Animoca Brands will support Cross the Ages' upcoming official launch of Arise, a multiplayer action RPG that has been in development for the past 2.5 years, as well as the broader Cross the Ages ecosystem. In addition, Animoca Brands has begun to acquire additional CTA tokens from the open market. And okay, Arise, a free-to-play multiplayer action RPG. Okay, how long is this? This is a long article. Unreal Engine 5. Okay, going to launch supposedly on PC in Q4 of this year, with Mac and other platforms to follow. On the game, okay, we've got dungeons, PvP combat, resource gathering, trading. Okay. Various playstyles, cross-play cooperation, blah, blah, blah. Farmer, dungeon crawler, fighter, crafter, builder. Okay, can you make guilds in this? Because like who wants like to play the game as like a crew of farmers? If you have a guild and then like somebody's in charge, yeah, okay, I could see this. Everyone plays a meaningful role. Yeah, bro, I'd be a farmer, then I'd poison the crops, and I'd just poison and then just take all their shit. I'd do the loot that you would if you're a farmer and you poison the food supply. Like, y'all remember that episode of Hey Arnold where Arnold and Gerald and then Gerald's dad and Arnold's grandpa go in and they go to like a memorial, like a veterans memorial thing. And Gerald's dad, find out Gerald's dad was like a hero. He saved the guy's life. And then Steely Phil, he he got caught, fed the enemy bad spam, and captured the entire encampment by himself. Such a good episode. That's what I would do. I would poison the food supply, feed it to the enemy, and then just loot all. I would just pick up all their loot. Okay. Anyway, Animoca Brands, which led an investment round across the age of 2024, has also begun to purchase additional CTA tokens from the open market. There's the utility tokens and value foundation of Cross the Ages. All right. Oh, you have Yatsu, co-founder and executive. Listen, I don't think they're a fan of VeVe, so I don't know if I could get a sponsorship, but I think people tend to forgive vicissitudes when new money's on the line. So you know what? Let me, what's it called? Across the Ages. Give me. What would you do if I sang out of tune? Would you stand up and walk out on me? Lend me your ears and I'll sing you a song, and I'll try not to sing out of key. Oh, get by with a little help from my friends. Okay. Get high, a little help from my friends. Oh, I'm gonna try a little help from my friends. Okay, here we go. There, I'm gonna reach out. I'm gonna shoot them a follow, and I'm gonna say like, howdy. My name is Randy Chavez. Chavez. I just stumbled upon an article stating the partnership you guys have with Animoca. Was wondering if you were actively looking for people to market your game and token. This is the type of work I specialize in. Let me go with the I. If you're interested, comma, let's set up a time to talk. Appreciate your time. Okay. And then I sent that. Okay. All right. OMI is saying, MC1, what's coming? What's coming? I guess Cross the Ages stuff. Nothing to do with VeVe. But it could be if we. Oh, too late. Already sent. But they might not read it. Since they have meow 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 meow. Sorry. The Incorrigible Ghost Slayer says, "Hey Randy, picked up more daCAT and OMI today because it's Friday. U.S. about to go into more debt if we go full scale World War III." But now we're trying to. Ooh. This is the type. Oh yeah. Let's go. As pay attention across the ages. Copy that. So they say, aren't you getting too many sponsorships, promoting too many projects, no real gains for followers so far? If it was about, like, again, just talking about gains, you could do the S&P 500. Average gain is 9% per year, 9 to 11% per year. But I am not. I don't know about you, but I'm not in investing for a 9% gain per year. I mean, if you want guaranteed gains, get like a T-bill at like 4%. Guaranteed gains per year. But I'm in this for like a 80 to 100x. Honestly, Definity will do that by itself. But again, you don't need any one token to do that. Let's get a token to 8 to 10x, roll it into another token that 8 to 10x is. Plenty of those out there. There are probably plenty of those even in like the top 20. Kuma says, "What's up, fam? I'm late to the show today." Yes, you are, and I'm an hour. I've barely gone over some of the news. Big Whale channel, and each new follower comes on the channel to chat. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff we're doing here, and I want to let y'all know. I have a guys. I'm not gonna have any free time until like mid to late August, and by that time I have to go to Florida for that charity event. So if anyone wants to come into the comic, if any other community wants to come to the comic, we're gonna have to charge them a stupid amount of money because I have so many comics to write. Omar saying, any thought is if VeVe will do anything for the new Jurassic World movie? They freaking better, because we had that license for like 2 years before they gave anything. Oh, let's wait for the movie. Let's wait for the movie. So yeah, I really hope they do. I hope they do. Ben Korea, thanks for being a member, saying, wish I waited one more day to buy DEVVE. Honestly, we might be saying that for a bit. It's yeah. Again, this is like one of the tokens I've bought in heavily too over the past like couple of days, at least on my part. I mean, we'll see how it goes, right? So it goes. I never would have dreamed in a million years I'd see so many mother effing people who feel like me. Sorry, I'm just waiting for my balances to show up. Share the same views and the same. Yeah. I've really dollar cost averaged on DEVVE, which is fine. When they go back to $1, all will be for. Honestly, they could make the price be $1 tomorrow if they really wanted to, by talking about stuff that probably shouldn't be talked about yet. So it's a long game. The announcements and stuff that'll come out, gonna be great. VeVe said, look at the VeVe affiliate link address. It'll replace with new address every 2 weeks. Using the old link, the new users can still sign up, but now again, I checked it before. I just went into it and it says get 10 free gems. Unless it just auto, yeah, I don't know. 1 second here. Oh God, wait, did he just say Gork? Gork is a parody account, just gorking it. So Aria Realty says, hey Gork, what do you think about the real Randy Chavez? Oh Lordy. Oh Lordy. What is he doing? Subscribe. Very good, very good. Mr. MC1, that's him. Him and Mrs. Latino Viking 97. As OMI going to hit quad 099. I told the guy that now has over 1 billion tokens. He did this really quick. I had said, listen, and the price was at like 2-1 when we had talked like a couple months ago. I was like, listen, it could go 4x from here real quick, or it could get cut in half. It could do either or just as easily as it. So I don't know what happens in the short term, but I told him that once the NFT bull run hits, it's probably going to go nuts. And 10 to 20x is the very least that I think it could do if we have this kind of lazy bull run here. And he said, okay. And now he's got over 1 billion tokens. And I think he's going to get more. I think he's going to get more once the war lights up. Oh my God. I drank so much water. Okay. Let's go back to what do I got here? This Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's tomorrow? Oh, today's Friday. Tomorrow, 2 days from now. Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join VeVe Magic and Yo Steph in the official VeVe Discord for a Learn to Draw Pixar's Woody event on the community event stage. Love them. Trump has a big win in the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals. The judge obviously realized that Gavin Newsom is incompetent. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Krispy Kreme has a Pokemon crossover. Wait. You give Pikachu, Squirtle, and Charmander and no Bulbasaur? If they don't have a Bulbasaur donut, I'm gonna lose it. I feel like Iron Man when he's talking to Thanos, like, You throw another moon at me, I'm going to lose it. Donald Trump says Iran has within 2 weeks to negotiate. What's going to happen in 2 weeks? Ethereum co-founder Joseph Lubin says Ethereum Layer 1 will be the master ledger of the world. Here's what I was talking about before. Clever Jerk says Prince Namor, the Submariner, has got, so many Namors. I love him so much. Brock says, guess who's airdropping soon? I guess we might get a Fishes. Says till next week. Could be next week. Excuse me. BlackRock now holds 3% of all Bitcoins in their ETF. I repeat, BlackRock still holds 3% of all Bitcoins in their ETF. Bananas. What's up, Connor? Semler Scientific announces that it plans to hold 105,000 Bitcoins by year end of 2027. What's up, JKRB? South Korean authorities submit spot crypto ETF approval roadmap. A whale has just opened $241 million Bitcoin long position with a 20x leverage. Maybe he knows something. DEVVE did post yesterday. What's up, Omar? DEVVE says in 2024, the average transaction fee on the Bitcoin network jumped from March's $3.35 to a whopping $91.89 in April, which is a 2,645% increase. How did this happen? Network congestion, crowded block spaces, competitive bidding, issues when your blockchain can only handle 7 transactions per second. DEVVX was built to ensure high fees like these are a thing of the past because they can do 8 million transactions per second. We have Definity Markets saying that institutions don't want to play hot potato with counterparty risk. They want credit lines, risk controls, and guarantees. They're bringing real-time brokerage to crypto. You can find out more on their website. Yep, I went over the thing for, what do you call it? The bounty race for the count. I went over that. The BitGet. Is this? Oh, no, this is today. Very good. We have Coinbase CEO saying the world needs crypto now more than ever. Debt is growing exponentially. Inflation is crippling entire nations. Economic freedom is declining. It's time to increase economic freedom globally with crypto. $200 million was liquidated from the crypto markets between 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today and 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Iran foreign ministers said they had a serious and respectful discussion today, and Iran is ready to consider diplomacy once again. Guess they listen. What's up, Leo O'Milly? And so it's meow meow. I like that deal talk, right? Of course, it's a horse. Hamada O'Milly. So it says you don't want to keep David Dude too long. After all this time, we still didn't get a proper AMA on YouTube. Well, what's a proper AMA? I would love for that to be defined. They've got hours of questions stacked. Let's get it. Yeah. And I hope people realize, though, that an hour of his, to get an hour of his time, somebody would normally have to pay for that. His time is worth a ton of money. I don't know how to quantify it. I guess whatever someone's willing to pay. And again, this is going to be, I repeat, this interview that I will help conduct on Tuesday with me, Crypto Rain, and Dr. Stuff, the Trinity. We are going to get David to talk about OMI more than he's talked about OMI in the past 4 years. I repeat, take all of 2022, 23, 24, and the rest of this year. You combine it into one, add up the sum of all of those parts, and David will have talked more about OMI in this 1 hour interview that we will do than all the other stuff combined. I think we can take what we can get. There says regulatory changes back to old tokenomics, OG white paper, future plans, ex-staff, lawsuits, what happened, what's next. We need to use thoughts on everything. This is the moment for answers. You know what happened in the past happened in the past. Do you like living in the past? I don't. I want to focus on what's going on right now and what is planned for the future. You might have Crypto Rain or Dr. Stuff be like, hey, just to close this out, just to put a pin in, wrap it up in a bow. Yeah, if they want to ask that, they can. I'm going to be more focused on the present and on the future as much as he can talk about the future. But again, it's going to be a live chat. So if I see, as a facer, 50 people in the comments saying, ask David about X, probably going to bring it up. Like, I'll probably be like, hey, David, normally I wouldn't do this, but we have like 30 people in the chat all asking this. Could you give some insights? So, that part will be up to y'all. What's up, Crazy Dan 420? Thank you for the being a member. And so, despite because Animoca Brands did a deal at CTA and bought tokens in the open market, I saw. Now called off a bit, but an interesting association. I agree. I don't know why I'm saying things twice. Jimmy, get the papers. Omar saying that's very good, Mr. MC1. I like a token Animoca Brands buys and puts a press release. I would like it too. Met the CEO by Zoom, and we can ask him to come to the channel in July. Oh, we're gonna ask him for a lot more than that. That's what's laughing. Randy, he's a new friend. We hit it off. All right. We can get this bread then. Mr. MC1, meow. Oh, thank you for reposting the stream, Mr. MC1. It said Randy just started. First one again. 100%. I have not been going on for 90 minutes. All right, let's get some more of the news here. We got Mr. MC1 reposted. Tire time. Love the SHIRO peeps. Bloomberg's raises approval odds for a spot XRP, Dogecoin, and Cardano ETFs to 90%. God, I love that. Oh, it at 2 cents by the end of the month. If OMI's in 2 cents by the end of the month, I don't know if OMI's at 2 cents by the end of the month, I will shave and wax my entire body. Not that anyone asked for that. I just thought of something really ridiculous because it's not going to happen. Shout out to Sleepin Comics. That is level 93 right now. And shout out to Maria Stanek. Maria Stanek is level 65. Got to celebrate the good stuff. My voice is hurting, and I'm going to have to bounce soon because I have a lot of other stuff to go over. And what do I got tomorrow? Okay. I have to write today. I have other deals to settle, and then I have another deal to broker. I'm trying to get this bread. Would you like any? Okay, he didn't answer. Let me go to Shed here real quick. That was great. He did not answer, and that turned out to be all right. Thanks, Randy. Really looking forward to the OMI as a homie stream. Hopefully you can share his thoughts on sharing a roadmap for OMI, VeVe2, creating hype again. I like hype. Can you wish me a happy birthday? It's in 11 months. Yeah, happy belated birthday, and then happy birthday 11 months from now, in May of next year. Go get that bread. Yeah, where was I? There was a yeah, haha. Where was I? Yep, Sleeping was at 93. Domino's. Nameco says, happy Friday, VeVe fam. Hope you all have an amazing weekend. Good luck on the drops. We unfortunately won't have service for a few days. I feel like they are camping they're going on trips every weekend. Wish I was part of their family when I was younger. Now I am unfortunately too busy. So I'm going to pat myself. I'm not patting myself on the back. I want people to know, and there's no reason for this other than just the flattery. As soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to go upstairs and let the dog out, walk outside, maybe see a deer. I see deer here the last 2 nights. And then I'm going to sit down and I am going to write for hours. And I'm going to wake up tomorrow and write and stream and go on spaces and do deals. And that a couple of deals will finish on Monday. And then on Sunday, I have, it's actually Mr. MC1's birthday on Sunday. I'm going to give him a call. I have a space call from this guy, Joe on Chains, at 1. I'm going to stop by on the meow, another meow. Then the VeVe Magic and Yo Steph thing at 3. I have a space on that, or I have a live that night. But again, writing all throughout the day. And Monday is going to be nuts because you have the Heine coin coming in at 12. I'm going to write for the most of the day. Penguin Space Penguins at 5:30. I'm going to go live on the Oasis with Max and Janie at 7 p.m. I'm going to go live at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Oasis is 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tuesday, the DeLorean DMC token launches. Start of NFT NYC. I have a call at 2. I'm going to write, and then I have the David thing at 8. And I think on Wednesday, I have a couple of calls, but I'm going to rest and write. I just want y'all to know this is my life now. No problem. I'm gonna bounce now because it's been 90 minutes and I have a lot of stuff to do. So I will bounce. I will take my leave. I hope y'all enjoyed the show, and I will catch you all luego. I hear your heart beat to the beat of the drum. It's a shame that you came here with someone.